Showing off. Jason's a show off. Yeah, Papandayan. It's 2,666 meters above sea level. 69149. Connects to Jatan. September, the 9th month, and it's 9 degrees. Bad boy, 49. In the eyes of God, he's a bad boy. God is 26. In the eyes of God, he's a brat. Brat is 41.
Adelaide, she's done a lot of climbing, including Everest. She's done all 7 highest peaks on all 7 continents. And we're just talking there about a different way of approaching Everest, where they could make sure hikers or climbers had done other massive peaks first before getting to Everest and potentially becoming one of the statistics that we've witnessed this year. Dylan, that probably rings true for you because you haven't gone to Everest, you went to other Himalayan peaks first. You there, Dylan? Maybe he's back up on a mountain. We've got another Dylan in the Hunter Valley. What's been your experience?
I don't have experience myself in climbing mountains, but what I want to say is I think it's pressure from social media aspects to take almost selfies and post that as saying you're climbing Everest. And I think that the Nepalese government should impose a law that you'd have to climb certain higher summits to be able to do Everest, because there's people inexperienced doing it and obviously in the process dying, and there definitely should be more laws in place for that. There's so many apparatuses you have to think about which have to take in place, and it's going to get worse.
Yeah, interesting. And the point about social media is a really good one, Dylan. Thanks for the call. Do you think that's part of the problem, Katie?
Certainly the perception that you can just go and do it and it's ticking something off is something that's become more prevalent in recent years. So yes, it's all about the right approach, I think.
Yeah, all right, interesting. Thanks so much for coming in, Katie.
Pleasure, Tom.
That's mountaineer Katie Sarah. And coming up on the show, a different and much safer way to enjoy nature, forest bathing. You'll find out exactly what that is in just a moment.
You can't tiptoe around.
Forest bathing. That's what Jason's into. Bathing. He's a bather. Skinny dipper. He's a brat. He is a brat. Even Jatan would admit he's a brat. But he's got a good side, He's got a good heart. And it's probably like, there's a few things that connect. I just jumped in the car and I heard them talking about Mount Everest. And I thought, well, I've been talking about a mountain, a Twin Peaks volcano, Papandayan in Indonesia, and it's completely different to what they were talking about. But there's a couple of themes that run parallel lines, if you know what I mean. Mountain, for one. Papandayan might only be 2,666 meters, but it's still a mountain. Twin Peaks. It's probably a good place to start if you're gonna climb mountains. Start with something small and work your way up. Don't start off with Everest, or you're probably gonna end up dead. And that's the other thing that connects, being dead. It's the other theme, I mean, because Jake and Nathan are technically dead, but Jatan is their creation. And they created Jatan together. And they didn't know each other when they were alive on this earth, this world, in this world, on this world. So what is dead? Well, most people seem to be, this is just my observation, most people seem to agree, not everyone, but most people seem to agree that being dead is bad, and dying is bad, and death is best avoided, or at least delayed, even though you can't avoid it forever. You're best off avoiding it while ever possible, delaying it, putting it off, don't encourage it, is generally the common attitude of people. And Jason is pretty much the same. Yeah, people should stay alive and enjoy life. And so there's that kind of commonality between Jatan and everybody else. And like I said, he's got a good heart, even though he's a brat. So maybe that is why he's being a brat. To warn people. I mean, this is just one theory, my theory, and it may be wrong, but maybe he does actually want to warn people about something. I mean, I know it's a stretch, but maybe he does. Hot. Hot is 43. Hot. See the current, at the present moment, at the present time, and today's the 3rd of June, 2019. Right now, as I speak, the record minimum interval between major eruptions of the Steamboat Geyser in Wyoming, in the USA, is 4 days, 6 hours, and 43 minutes. And that record goes back to April, I think. Yes, I think so. April, I'm pretty sure. It goes back anyway to 1982. I think it's April. It's definitely 1982. And so it goes back a long way, and it's about to get broken very, very, very soon. And I'm about to print something off that is sort of motivated by my, what would you say? Jatan motivates a lot of things in me, but I guess one of them is concern. Concern. My concern for Jatan? Or is it Jatan's concern for... My concern is that Jatan might actually be concerned about the safety of people in West Java, Indonesia in 2020 in relation to Mount Papandayan, an explosive eruption of Mount Papandayan, which could kill people if they don't evacuate. So Jatan has anticipated that Steamboat Geyser in Wyoming, where he is bathing. He's a hot boy. He's a brat. I was just saying that. 6'9". He was born on the 6th of the 9th. He's a bad boy. Bad is 7. It's 7 degrees. And guess what? Brat equals 41. Joshua equals 74. And Jesus Christ equals 151. And Phil equals 45. Phil. That's my name. But I don't think I'm Jesus. Jatan has days where he thinks he is half Jesus. Actually, that's every day now. Half Jesus, half Satan. So he's a brat. Satan and Joshua is Jatan. Born on the 6th of the 9th. Yes, the 6th of the 9th. And he's like a Christian boy with Satan in him. Satan's in his butt. Butt cheeks. He's delusional. He thinks his butt cheeks are Papandayan and Puntang, the twin-peaked volcano in Indonesia. And Jatan's convinced that the only way to make it known how dangerous his butt is, because his butt cheeks are Satan's butt cheeks. He's got Joshua's heart and Satan's ass. And the only way to make this known is for him to get the cane. This is what he says. He has to get the cane. And when he gets the cane, he gets quite excited. And this is going to result in 2 eruptions of Steamboat Geyser that are only going to be separated by 4 days and 13 minutes. And Jatan told me we can catch up next Thursday at 1 p.m. I need a good ass caning, he says. A good ass caning. My ass cheeks need the cane. So I've got to remember my cane. for when we meet up next Thursday at 1 p.m. And I don't know how many strokes of the cane he wants me to give him, but I guess he will tell me. Maybe it's 20, since it's the 20th eruption, major eruption of Steamboat Geyser. I don't know. It might just be 6 of the best. It's the 6th of June, 1 p.m. in Canberra, so it could be that too. I don't know, he'll tell me. Either way, it's going to break the record for the minimum interval between major eruptions of the Steamboat Geyser. It'll be 4, and just remember, Jatan's a brat, so he's a very hot boy, and because Satan's in him. Satan's been burning in hell for all of eternity, so he's super hot, super heated. So when he jumps in a thermal pool, he heats it right up. And Steamboat Geyser gets real excited. Jatan gets real excited when he gets the cane, because he's got Joshua's heart, Satan's ass. So Joshua gets excited when Satan gets the cane, because he knows Satan needs the cane. And therefore, that's how it is. The serpent repents, and Joshua gets excited about it, and everyone's happy. Steamboat erupts, and it serves as a warning to the people of West Java, Indonesia. And there are Christians there. There's Muslims and Christians. There's both. And Jatan is a bit of a mix. Some days he goes to the mosque, some days he goes to church. He's a bit confused in the eyes of some people, but in his own eyes, he's just who he is. Half Satan and half Jesus. Joshua. Jake. Nathan. See, Nathan, that's the original version of Nathan. Anyway, I'll go print this thing, and we'll go from there. What's on the radio?
We're now heading into the Fern Gully, which is a really dense, beautiful part of the garden. You can hear the creek running through it. Now, forest bathing's gone global. The International Peak Organisation says there are more than 700 trained guides in over 46 countries, including in various places around Australia. Our last step for our 2-hour class is finding a spot to kick off our shoes and sit on a grassy lawn overlooking a lake and just soak it all up. And then we finish with a tea ceremony. I'm not the only one who's blissed out after it finishes.
Yeah, Jatan does that. Same kind of thing. He's in Wyoming doing it right now. And then he sunbathes on a rock, like a lizard. His big, beautiful bare legs on the big rock. Big, smooth, bare legs of Jatan on the big, smooth, warm rock in the sun, like a lizard. If you see him, don't go near him. He is a pretty naughty boy. So, you know, be careful. He's a brat. But he's got a good heart. But he's got Satan's ass, so be careful.